It was walking upright. It was not on all fours. It was not a monk jack or whatever I thought it had been. Erased, vanished, gone, nothing, no trace. Something's wrong. It's not a story, it's real.
And it took all of my courage to get out of the car and run to the flat because I didn't know if this thing was still out there. Human-shaped, like black shadow, rushed at me.
This is where things start getting dark. And it's not just the only thing that gets dark. By the end of tonight, you'll realise just how dark this gets.
Stick.
Oh.
Rendlesham Forest was first etched by UFOs in 1980, but decades and numerous sightings later, I wanted to explore for myself and see if there's any truth to Rendlesham's label as an extraterrestrial magnet. This led me to connect with a true authority on the subject, Jonathan Marsden.
So for around about 25 years, I was in the aerospace and defence contractor industry. So I've always been curious, because you can be interested in something and not be so open-minded that you accept anything. But if we go back to when I was a really small kid, a bright green light went past the car, lighting the sky up. Dad pulled the car over and several other cars pulled over, and they just watched the sky glowing emerald green. I knew there was something happening. You're always thinking, well, there's got to be a rational explanation.
What I'm about to tell you sounds like a drunk guy in the pub. The story will never change because it's not a story.
Stopping at the local pub, Jonathan and his friend Dermot kindly shared a meticulous map they created of every single event they experienced around Rendlesham.
Hopefully I've got the maps on here because that's what I really want.
Yeah.
What I'm about to show you will all start to click together now, and I haven't shown anybody else.
With this information in hand, off we went.
Hello, mate. Sarah Campbell and that. You know me, don't you? Yeah. Cheers, buddy. Cheers. Later, mate.
That's great. Recognise the number plate.
Yeah, opens doors as well as gates. This right here on the way back, this right here is where things got really, really freaky, didn't it, Dale?
Yeah.
There used to be a club down there, a bar.
Social club.
Social club, yeah. Before that, it used to be the Phantom Club when the Yanks were here, but this was a new building. It's a similar location. And we'd had one point, so we weren't drunk, and a fight broke out. You know when something happens and you remember what was happening at that point, you see an accident. From that side of the road, this thing, you describe it now, walked across the road right in front of us, and I ran towards it to try and grab it. I was young and stupid, now I'm old and stupid. I probably couldn't run, but I ran towards it to try and grab it, to try and rugby tackle it, and it disappeared just there into the undergrowth.
And was that similar? What you saw, was that similar in?
This is the strange thing, because each one that we see,
yeah,
is kind of different. The only thing that and if you've got the roundabout there, so it was clearly illuminated by the roundabout. And this, to me, it looked like a grey. What do you say, Devin? Don't let me lead you.
To me, it looked more like similar to what I saw.
yeah.
The inverted triangle.
So down there to the left is where the amber orbs of light have been seen by loads of us dropping into the trees. We're not talking about dust here, we're talking about things the size of a baseball, and you can see them with the human eye. This car was going up and down here. I got in my car and went down there to find out who it was. Had a chat with him, driver's door to driver's door. Turned around and came back. And this is when the guys, our guys, this end, said, what on earth just crawled behind your car? So that's that.
Why is there sand?
I'm glad you asked me this.
Yeah.
And this is something for you guys to look into.
Yeah.
When I moved into the flat at Bentwaters, everybody in the flat's got leaflets
Yeah.
warning about radon and gas.
Really?
Yeah. Now, if you got flint, it's the wrong type of. Why would you have radon gas when it's flint?
So interesting. So that was just sent as a warning that it was.
Yeah, because cancer, radiation, and stuff.
After an unsuccessful alien hunt, we decided to call it off for the night. That was until we encountered what can only be described as another life form.
Oh yeah.
They breathe and drink through their skin.
This is crazy. Maybe it's a reptile. It's going to go back to the mothership.
Yeah. What do you think? Do you sort of feel anything sort of in the forest? Is it?
I'm not so sure I feel anything in the forest. It's become a bit of a tourist attraction really, isn't it? But I think there's too much going on for it to be denied.
I think we're on the cusp of everyone awakening to this.
Yeah.
Honestly. Yeah. That's the way I feel about it.
We like to try and see what's, if there's something out there, show me.
And so since being here, have you felt anything? Does it feel different in any way? Do you want to sort of explain to us what happened with your battery just then?
Right, so when we got into the car park, I had the most horrendous headache. I thought my head was going to explode. When we first came into the woods, my scooter went from 4 bars down to 1. But I picked things up as well.
Yeah.
That I'm probably not supposed to know about and things. If you listen,
Volts rather
we're in the middle of a wood, you think about this.
Microtesla.
There's no birds.
But you can see, look, it's
Not currently, no.
it's dropping
No,
into
don't
the
hear any.
toilet,
You won't.
but then it comes back,
I don't know why, but you won't.
which makes me wonder if there's a beacon somewhere.
You
that's
can
transmitting.
and if you're careful. Mark,
Like whispers or...
what's that thing where people talk?
Sorry. Well, basically, it's an EMF meter, electromagnetic field. Okay, and basically, what it actually does, it picks up electromagnetic field.
They believe that spiritual energies, ghosts if you like, will they create EMF fields.
Yeah.
So if you sat there very quietly and there's no phone or anything interfering with it, and you've got a spike on here, you might ask, what is that?
Why is that spike?
Why is that
Occurred,
spike
yeah.
occurring there? Could be a lot of possibility in that.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's what we
I
brought.
mean, obviously, then you're going to.
Have you picked up anything?
Well, yeah, we picked up some small
Yeah, there
readings.
was. Every now and again, it keeps coming back.
Possibly something to do with the cameras that have been following them for the last 30 minutes. After exploring the forest for ourselves, it was time to take it back to the experts.
Okay, so if you can just, if you recount for us what happened here, what were you just doing, where are you heading?
Yeah, I just left John's flat, which is
Down there.
just over there. I was looking out for the street light, which always used to switch off as we approached it and then switched back on again. At this point it became almost a joke. So then I was looking for it in the mirror for switching back on again. I then saw this creature, for want of a better word, cross the road directly behind my car. It was the weirdest thing. It was there's no discernible head. I couldn't see any sort of facial features or a head sticking above this triangular body. It appeared to have short legs which moved the way prawns' legs move when you see them underwater, that had these long arms that came from the very tips of the triangle, but they were moving slowly and it almost looked as if it was pulling itself along a rope. That sort of movement of the arms, it looked like it was superimposed. It looked like a bad special effect. Now, if that was on a video, then I'd say, yeah, it's a bad special effect, but this was in real life, looking just in the mirror on the car. So I drove back there, got to the car park and just sat there for I don't know how long. It just seemed like ages trying to pluck up the courage to get out of the car, because I didn't know if this thing was still around, if there's any more of them or what.
We've been through a lot of stuff together, which really pushes a friendship to the edge of the envelope, and I trust this guy with my life. But I can't be clear enough about this. The reason we got involved, the whole thing of Rendlesham, but we'd heard all these ridiculous stories, that what we thought, and crazy stories. We did not expect to get involved in the middle of things that we weren't comfortable with, and we're still not comfortable with. All we can do is to give you the most accurate account of what we went through. This is the skeptical guy that was talking about nunchucks, right? We both saw something crossing the road here. It's clearly illuminated by the lights of the base.
What, silhouetted against the lights?
From behind, and the lights of the roundabout. And as it started to cross the road, for some reason I instinctively ran towards it to try and grab it and rugby tackle this thing. It was walking upright. It was not on all fours. It was not a muntjac or whatever I thought it had been. And I will swear on any book or do a lie detector test or anything, it disappeared into here. Just went like that, and it disappeared into the undergrowth.
Suddenly, disaster struck,
So our batteries have just completely gone.
and I remembered being warned about this.
Just trying to conserve battery.
Totally understand, especially since batteries do strange things out here.
Because batteries do strange things out here.
My scooter went from 4 bars down to 1.
But yeah, there's definitely something right around here. This is where it's flickering this day as well.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Yeah, I remember. So there's something here.
So
draining the energy.
I need to sweep this on the SDR, don't I?
I put them in that pocket was because I charged them this morning.
With the remainder of our equipment, we headed into the forest in the hopes of giving this one last go.
I don't get it. Weird.
So we're going to head down towards the runway lights and then fire track 10, and that really is a hotspot, fire track 10.
What have you got to say about that?
We'll see. See if we experience anything else weird.
My battery's going down again, but possible.
0.3.
We were here, being sceptical. Ron West is standing where Dermot is here. Right about here?
You were stood there.
Oh yeah, I was about 3 foot away. Sorry about that, guys. You were there. Ron was there. Yeah. And my car was here. Yours was there. So it was about there, about that sort of elevation. We saw a bright light, and it was moving behind cloud cover. And this happened a few times. And the last time we saw it, it went an intense crimson. And it shot off, and a car pulled up, and in that car were 2 policemen and their wives. So we took them on a tour of the forest, and we went up past East Gate, and we're just up there when we saw a flash in the sky, thinking it was a storm. And one of our good friends, bless him, he was a Gulf War veteran, and he was there, and he said what we've just seen was like what I saw over Baghdad. He saw a white flash go from
White streak
go from ground level
up into the
to cloud level, followed by an amber streak come down, and there's huge explosions of sparks. Shortly after that, a certain local newspaper came down to give us take a report. They had a picture of Dermot and myself walking up here. I'll give you the thing. We've been to the Public Records Office to pull this up, to back it up. We got pictures coming up. We saw lights of UFO in the forest. No, we didn't. Well, we did. It was unidentified and it was flying. We didn't talk about aliens or little green men. The whole front page was 2 11-year-old boys with a torch were responsible for 17 witnesses, including police officers, of a UFO. The 11-year-old boys would have been down past fire track 12, way down, way down, way down.
On that side?
On that side.
That direction.
In the campsite.
Again.
As our equipment started failing, it felt as if the forest itself was urging us to stop. Reluctantly, we had to call it early. Regardless of my personal beliefs, Jonathan and Dermot's unwavering conviction in what they've witnessed, coupled with the undeniable frequency of sightings, ensure that Rendlesham will forever be shrouded in mystery, and forever haunted by tourists. We bid our hurried goodbyes, hoping our camera would hold on just a little longer. And who knows, maybe the aliens will drive 4 hours to meet me next time.